All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our virtual networking for BlackBusinessList.com. We're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube right now. So this was a very last minute thing. We do have a gentleman who joined us, and he's got a call. He's going to come back and join us later. But this was very last minute. I just wanted to get the ball rolling. So yesterday, I said, you know what? We're going to do our first one on Tuesday. And so this was last minute. Don't know how many people are going to actually show up. But you have an opportunity to join us live to talk about your business and let everybody know, what you've got going on, what your plans are for 2025, and, how you want to take charge in this year and what your goals are for the year. We want to know. We want to get to know one another and help support each other's business because that's what it's all about. So the link is in the description. If you want to join us, you can register, and then that will give you a link to where you can join our Zoom. And then from there, I can bring you on stage, and then you can be live here with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube and talk about your business. And we want to know what it is that you do and where you're located in the country, if that matters. And because sometimes it doesn't matter, right? Sometimes our businesses are virtual and we can do business anywhere in the country. And then sometimes our businesses are very local. Like I own a dry cleaner in Brooklyn. A dry cleaner in Brooklyn, I probably won't be able to use your business if I live in California, right? But then there are some businesses that, it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter where the business is located. We can all do business with one another. So that's why we're here, folks, just to get to know one another and to try this tech out. I'm going live right now, again, on 3 platforms, which is awesome, all courtesy of Ecamm Live, which is the software that we're using to stream with. Highly recommended software. So we're going live right now on all 3 of those platforms. You can leave a message if you start to view this and you want to communicate that way. Leave a comment, and I can actually bring the comment up on screen. And like, for instance, here's one that Leroy said, he's going to check back with us later. He has a call, right? So I'm able to bring those comments up on the screen. And so if you're watching live on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, you can leave a comment, and we can bring the comments up, and we can talk about your business that way or whatever it is that you want to talk about. There are a lot of things going on right now. So we're going to be live for about an hour, from 12 noon Eastern to about 1 p.m. Eastern. So I'm Stephen Wicks. I'm the founder of BlackBusinessList.com. And, it's been my dream to really connect businesses from across the country. It's been my dream. I've had BlackBusinessList.com for quite a while. And it started out as just a business directory. But now, we're blossoming into a full-fledged organization where we're here to help support businesses. We're here to support the entrepreneurs that have listed their business in our directory. And we want to help them across the board, whether it be finance, whether it be, business strategy, whether it be automation, which is going to be huge and big coming up this year. It started last year, didn't it? With the large language models with Chat GPT and Claude and some of these other, AIs. Now we're getting into full-fledged AI agents where it's almost like having a digital employee. You tell your employee to go do something and they do it. And so the AIs have agency these days. You can tell it to do something and it will do things on your behalf. It'll send out emails. It'll, comb databases and find people that you're looking for and segment them off. And, it's crazy what it's capable of doing. And, for that reason, I partnered with HubSpot as a solutions provider, and more is going to be upcoming here shortly about that partnership. But I'm always looking for ways to try to get tools to put in front of entrepreneurs so that they can, stay ahead of the curve. You don't want to be the one business that is kind of slow to act. And while your competitors are out there doing things and moving and grooving and using AI and AI agents and everything, and you barely know what it is. You don't want to be that guy. We all know businesses that have gone out of business because they didn't stay in lockstep with what's happening, the changes that are happening in society. So I don't want that for any of the members of Black Business List. So I'm partnering with different, companies so that we can make sure that we bring these technologies to you so that you know exactly what it is you need to do to stay competitive, because it's going to be super competitive coming up. Super, super competitive, right? I can't tell you how many people are going to start businesses because there are going to be a lot of businesses, large businesses, laying people off because of automation and because of AI. And so you're going to have all these smart, bright, intelligent people that are going to say, you know what, maybe I can go out on my own and start my own thing. And it just may be in the area in which you have your business. And so there's going to be so much more competition coming up, people trying to do the exact same thing that you do. And you have to have a way of differentiating yourself, right? What is your go-to-market plan? What is your plan? How are you going to become better than your competitors so that people naturally choose you? A lot of the old school marketing techniques just don't work anymore. You basically need to put out content. You need to let people know what it is that you do, how you do it, so that they can become educated buyers and consumers, because that's what people do these days. Most people don't just buy things blindly. If I'm in a store, for example, and I look at a product or a service that I want, you're going to look it up first. You're going to see what people are saying about them. This is just the world that we live in. So the more content that you put out that showcase your skills and your talents and your abilities, the more you're going to be able to attract the customers that are going to keep your business afloat. And so that's part of the reason why we're doing this here today, is to give businesses the opportunity to come on and talk about their business. It's one thing to put up a carefully crafted post. We put up some posts here recently, how you can use AI and create these posts that look amazing. But then when you talk to the person, you're like, oh, right? It doesn't compute. But when you go live, there's no hiding behind it. Like, I don't have a script right now. It's just off of the top of my head, it's extemporaneous. And so also you can ask a question in the chat and you can communicate with me in real time. That is the benefit of going live, and that's the benefit of human connection. We need opportunities to connect with other humans. And I know listen, so here's the thing, and I know you know what I'm talking about. How many of us are in our inboxes and we see these emails come through and we're like trying to figure out if this came from a real person or if it came from AI? Right? Am I the only person that's out there trying to figure out if this is a real person trying to communicate with me or a computer? I know I can't be the only one. And so with this live stream, at least for now, you know that I'm live because, of course, the AIs are getting so advanced. In the future, I might have my AI sitting up here talking to you. I don't know. But for right now, we value human connection, and I don't think that's going to go away. I think that I would much rather speak to a human being and make a connection with a human being than constantly being bombarded with automated messages from unfeeling computers and algorithms. I think that's going to be a big thing. I think the computers and the algorithms are going to get better at, some form of emulating empathy and expressing emotion. But, we should never want it to get to the point where we don't need human interaction, humans dealing with humans. I mean, that's just something that we're going to have to stay on top of. And so as we run our companies, we need opportunities to show people, hey, yes, I have automation. I have AI agents working on my behalf, but here I am. Here's the human that is actually speaking with you and wanting you to do business with you. And I see somebody joining us right now in our Zoom. But, now see if they want to come on. One thing about being an entrepreneur, there are so many professionals that I know that are just camera shy. And I get it. I'm camera shy, really, and I'm just overcoming my fear. And the way that I'm overcoming my fear is just by doing the thing, right? You just got to do the thing, and then you get better at it. And, if you know what I'm talking about, just go ahead and leave a comment. But, don't be afraid to get out there and just, let people know who you are, because that's going to become more and more important as we move forward, because there are going to be so much of our day is going to be dealing with artificial intelligence, robots, AIs, algorithms. We long to talk to another human being. We long for that connection. So that's going to be your superpower. Your superpower is going to be you, who you are as a human. So get comfortable with the fact that, if I'm trying to do business, I got to get out there. I got to let people know who I am, see what I look like and all that. All my imperfections, all my insecurities, just throw it out the window and just learn how to become comfortable just being yourself. That's going to be the superpower in business going forward. We've got Mr. Stokes, Ronell Stokes joining us. He's on mute. I don't know. Are you going to come off mute? And if you want to show your camera, I don't know. You can leave a message in the chat if you want to. There he is. Hey, how are you? I'm doing well. Thank you for joining the Zoom. Now, I just want to let you know. Can you hear? No worries. I just want to let you know that we are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube as well. But you're not. If you don't want to, I can bring you up so that you can be on screen, and we can just have a conversation and wait for other folks to join us. But the choice is yours. You're in the Zoom, but then I haven't put you on Facebook and LinkedIn and all that yet. But if you want to, I can. No. Okay. See, I told y'all. So he's in our Zoom. You can't see him, guys. He's in our Zoom, but he doesn't want to come on, and that's fine. So do you mind if I can tell them about you? If there's anything like your business and who you are, where you're from. Okay. So. Oh. Yes. Absolutely. Okay, guys, so let me tell you, so we've got Mr. Ronell Stokes in the Zoom. He works for RAM Financial. He's the vice president of insurance. RAM Insurance and Financial Services. So he's in our Zoom. So if you want to meet him and network in the Zoom without going online, definitely register and you'll get the link to join us in the Zoom. But yeah, so we're just here. We do have the ability for you to come on. If you don't want to be live on LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube, you can just join us in the Zoom like Mr. Stokes is doing and kind of network behind the scenes. But I encourage you all that are watching, if you're catching this live, go ahead and click the link that's in the description, and that will give you the link to join the Zoom so that you can be with us inside the Zoom. I ain't gonna just open up the Zoom, y'all, for crazy people to you got to register. Okay, so if you're watching, if you want to join, go ahead and click that link because some of y'all, yeah, or not some of y'all are cool, but there are some people out there that are just crazy, and you got to just make sure that crazy people are not joining the live stream. So that's why there's this 2-step process where you have to register and then you get the link, and then after that, I look at you and see if you're crazy. If you're crazy, I'll just kick you out. But if you're not, I bring you on. So join us. So Mr. Stokes, he's in the Zoom again. Tell us, what do you have in terms of plans for 2025? What do you think? Yeah, any big plans or anything that's going to be different this upcoming year than like last year, et cetera? Okay. Well, let me ask you, Mr. Stokes, if you, what about, do you mind if they hear you? Because maybe you can turn your camera off, and then we can just, I can add you to the streaming. Okay. So if you disable your camera but leave your audio, then I can bring you to the broadcast, and then at least they can just hear what you're saying. And I think, okay. Uh, Oh, okay. Well, and hopefully not, because but this was last minute. Again, at the top of the broadcast, I told everybody I just really decided to do the first one yesterday. So
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I was going to do the first one, and I wanted it to be this week. But then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it tomorrow, and hopefully, we'll get another one done Saturday. Because hopefully, we can do this at least twice a week. So that
No worries. Can you kind of? So I guess I'm not exactly understanding what we're doing today. What the owner of our company
yeah.
asked me to kind of jump on, and
Okay.
I read the kind of the description. It seemed like it was kind of going to be a quick in this kind of in rooms with different business owners kind of deal. It's kind of what I felt like the description explained, but I let me know if I was wrong. Sorry.
I got you. Yeah, I think that once we get this going, and that there are multiples inside of the Zoom, that we can set up those rooms, and we can do that. But as you mentioned, it's just you and I right now, so you have an opportunity to kind of have the floor, so to speak, which may not be a bad thing. And I just brought you up, so now you're on the Facebook. You get a chance to talk about RAM insurance. You know what I mean? And I love Miss Dr. Odom. I love the conversations, and actually, everyone, she's going to be joining us, doing some webinars for us in terms of like taxes, that side of the business. But Mr. Stokes deal with the insurance. Is there anything that you feel like business owners need to like? Do you all do business insurance?
Absolutely. Yes, we do. We do commercial general liability for businesses, and then also we do the employee liability in general too, right? So if and of course the cyber insurance, and that's very important in an area that a lot of people have forgotten to address.
You
And
said
so
cyber.
yes,
Okay, explain that.
cyber insurance, right? So, with that can go, and if you get attacked, right, a cyberware attack, you may end up not being able to actual operate, right? You have to shut down
Mm.
for a few days. So the insurance can go and actually sub and reimburse you for loss of income for downtime. If you
Oh,
go and you get a hack and somebody actually takes people's financials, right? Now you're getting sued for that. The cyber liability jumps in to help protect you in that suit, and also to pay claims for a suit like that. When we talk general liability, right, we would be talking about more so if you had like a brick and mortar situation, and that's where people may slip and fall, and then they come for a suit again, and we're going to help protect you in that. Underneath that general liability umbrella, you may have products that you're making, and then you're going to want to have insurance for that area. And then I had mentioned employee practices insurance liability. And so what you'll find is people can, you may rightfully terminate someone, right?
Oh,
And they want to go and act like you did something wrong. But then also you may have other people as a business owner who's working for you, managers or things like that, and unfortunately they do something that they shouldn't be doing, and that employment practice and liability insurance is going to protect you in that area.
I see. I see. Yeah, it's very important. I actually was watching a YouTube video of a creator, and they were talking. They had an attorney on, and they were talking about, I guess, some of these people, they would do a live stream, and they would be talking about another person, and if it has a negative connotation, the other person can sue that person for, I guess, I forget the term what it is, but when you talk about somebody and you kind of,
Yes.
because of what you're saying,
Slander or
slander.
detriment or I forget something with a D. I'm forgetting the word right now.
So is
But
there
yeah, you're right.
insurance
There's
for
a
that?
absolutely, absolutely, yes. So again, where we would, what you, that would kind of come closer to your cyber liability type of a claim, right? Because you're using like online services. But again, there would be protection for a lawsuit for slander and actions on your part, definitely.
Yeah. Talk about too, since I got you, I'm gonna just pick your brain here. But there are people that are probably watching that do these events. That they may have these small events at you know a venue. They have a dinner. At what point, at what size of an event should you try to have like that, general that liability insurance, like in case something happens? Like, what is the threshold of, wow, maybe I should worry about getting some insurance?
Yeah. So me, I am risk averse, right? Maybe that's why I'm in the insurance industry, but I am overtly cautious. I'd say in general, we'd say as low as probably 25 people to get in, and even sometimes 10, right? We want to think about what we're doing, right? If you're serving liquor, alcohol, right, then now I would say definitely even as low as 10, because you can get some liquor liability insurance in place, for those type of gatherings, and serving food and things of that nature. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Um,
Yeah,
so
and really for an event, when you're hosting an event, you just get the insurance for like one day, for the
okay.
day of that event, and so it's very reasonable, right? We're talking pretty much sub $100
Oh, okay. Okay.
a lot of times.
Oh,
And
wow.
then what it'll be is based on the size of your actual attendees. And then when I also am saying that price, we are talking about in the case of where you're serving alcohol, right? And so in the events where you don't serve alcohol, that liability, is that can be an expensive liability for someone to cover. So you could see the price be even small.
Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Yeah. As I just always wondered about that. I have a client that is an event promoter, and I heard her talking about the insurance that she has, and I was like, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about that. I heard people put on events, but very rarely do I hear them talk about them being insured. And so I know that some people may have ideas for these events and they're putting them on, but they're, like you said, they're putting themselves at risk maybe by not making sure that they have that insurance in place, because this is a
Yeah,
litigious society. So
very,
yes.
very true.
All right,
I'm sorry. Can you remind me what your name was, sir?
Stephen Wicks.
Steven, I
Yeah,
see it there. Okay, sorry. Yep, I'm Renell. Like I said, I hadn't met you before or anything, so
yeah.
nice to meet you, Steven.
Nice to meet you. Like that. We actually this morning we were supposed to be doing our webinar, but we had to postpone with Dr. Odom. But yeah, we're excited that you guys are a part. I don't know if you have to hop off and leave. That's fine. But But yeah, we'd love to have you on as often as possible to kind of educate our members. And I promise you there'll be more members next time. It's just I just did this spur of the moment.
Yeah,
So
I appreciate it. And it's always nice to be able to educate the people because that's the, important thing is, because of lack of education, it can cost you millions, right?
wow.
I mean, we had just up the road, we have a brick and mortar location. But there, in our city, there was a business that was an auto supply shop. And it was like a Napa, right?
Okay.
Napa.
Yeah.
And but what they'll go, it's not their big factory, but they're contracted out to a franchise owner, right?
Okay.
And so they had a fire and I don't know, they weren't with me. So I can't tell you what they had in place, but they never opened again,
Mm,
right?
mm,
And so you, things like that happens where you're not adequately insured. I mean, even when we talk about brick and mortar buildings, or even I'm working on a personal line case for someone's home. Um, and their home is actually in like the Detroit area. So I don't know if you're familiar with Michigan, or where you guys are located. But anyway, Detroit homes, there's a lot of good brick homes, beautiful homes, right?
okay.
But unfortunately, these homes don't have the same resale value, as the actual rebuild cost, right? And so you'll see
Mm,
people who will insure something for a value cost versus a rebuild cost. And
mm,
the rebuild costs, honestly, I was looking at somebody whose property was three times. It costs about 3 to 4 times as much to rebuild that home as the actual value, right?
yeah.
And so you definitely want to be aware of those things. But I don't know if you did hear a call that had came in that was gonna
Oh, okay.
had a call come in while we were on here. So
Yeah.
I am gonna jump off. I appreciate, though, like I said, this opportunity, because I do think education is a huge important thing for my industry.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Renell, for joining us. And I'm sure you'll see the clips. I'll clip this up and make it look real good for you, and I'll send you a link.
Thank you, Stephen.
All
You
right.
have a
Thank
great
you.
day, sir.
You too. All right, guys. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. We've got good folks like that that are a part of the directory. Turn my music back up, and you can hop on and talk about your business as well. That's what this whole hour is about virtual networking. And leave a message if you're able to catch this and see it on LinkedIn or YouTube or what's the other one I'm on? LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. Then leave a comment. If you're part of the crew that watches it later on, like if you didn't catch it live and you catch this later, leave a comment. Encourage me. Here's there we go. Just leave a thumbs up and let me know you watched it. All right. Again, you have to encourage us. It's like the MC when he's in front of the crowd and he's like, I need energy. I'm trying to give you energy and I need energy back. So we're here. We're availing ourselves to you so that you can come on and show your expertise, like Ronell just did. He said things I hadn't thought of before, and so having these opportunities for professionals to come on and share your expertise is invaluable. Especially today. Let's look at this in Kansas. In Kansas, I believe it was the governor, whatever the emergency management people told them to stay off of the roads because of the weather. The roads were impassable and they said, stay off of the roads. So isn't it good? Isn't it great that we have an opportunity that we can just hop on a Zoom call and get on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube and network with each other. Just hop on a Zoom call and network. We don't have to leave our homes. We don't have to leave our offices. We have these virtual opportunities to come together and meet each other and build relationships, human connection, which we said, which is so important. So, again, this is a test. This is our first one. And I'm excited about the opportunities. I do want us I do want you all to encourage me and leave me some comments. If you see this, don't just pass by it. I know how we do sometimes. We just kind of pass through and we don't say anything, but I need some encouragement, guys. I'm just like everybody else, but I know what a huge opportunity this is, and I want us to take it seriously, and I want us to move forward together as a group. So if you are a member of BlackBusinessList.com, I appreciate it. If you're not, click the link and learn how to become a member. It is super, super inexpensive to join this group where we can get together like this and network. Again, another thing to look forward to is our webinars that we're going to be doing. Dr. Brenda Oldham, who runs RAM Financial and RAM Insurance, she's going to be doing a webinar about taxes. Business taxes, and she has shared some things that I know it's going to be beneficial to our members. So that's coming up. We're going to be rescheduling the first one, and that's going to be coming up, and you don't want to miss that because it's going to have great information. Wherever you're the small business owner, the solopreneur, or you have hundreds of employees, they can take care of you. I mean, she is got a top-notch organization there in Michigan. So, and some of her advice is kind of universal. Doesn't matter where you live, it's just good advice in terms of how to take care of your business finances and your taxes. All right. So, we're here. We're live. If you want to join us, go ahead and click the link. I've got my eye on the comments to see if we have any comments going in. But if not, I'm just going to be rambling on until we're going to stay live until 1 p.m. Eastern. I may pull up our, I'll pull up our website here. I want to show you some things. Let me pull that up. Uh-oh. What am I doing? Safari. There we go. Boom. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is, and let me pull up my little face here so you can see where am I at. There I am. And again, I'm using Ecamm software to do all this, by the way, which is amazing software. All right. So I want you to pay attention to this little box, this little privacy box here. If you don't have that privacy box on your website to talk about your cookies and how you handle personally identifiable information, you're putting yourself at risk, right? Because there are many states around the country that have laws pertaining to how you handle people's personally identifiable information. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you've never heard this, but you have a website and you have like a contact form on there, you need to reach out so that I could, give you a link to some information that will help you. All right. That's one of the things that I wanted to point out here. But, I'm on this website. I'm just going to, with this browser for the first time. So I'm just going to click accept all there. So as you see, this is our website, and on our website, we have all these members. We've got almost 600 businesses that are members. And what is going on? I don't know why. This is looking weird. All right, I'm gonna get out of that. I don't like the way that looks. I don't know what was happening there. It was Inception. But yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? I got to look at that on the replay. I didn't like the way that looked at all. It was weird. But anyway, so guys, we're live. here. And again, this is just an open opportunity for an open invitation for you to click the link and join us here. And let's talk about your business like Ronell did for RAM Insurance. So, definitely we want you to come join us. And we'll be doing this probably twice a week where we're live and we're here, we're open. Just wanting to connect with other business owners. And again, this is another thing I'm doing. I'm looking to see what the algorithm is going to do because I'm live again on multiple platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So are those platforms going to show this live stream to people as they're browsing? It's lunchtime. I would think that there's a lot of people browsing. Hey, Katie, if you watch this, Katie from Ecamm, let me know because this is very interesting. You would think that lunchtime during a work week, going live, that, like if you're on TikTok, for example, TikTok just, I think one of the reasons why they have the explosive growth is because they will show a live stream. If you're browsing, you'll see live streams just pop up, right? And it looks like they don't discriminate. It's just, you just lives, just scrolling and you see those live streams. But on these platforms, they seem to be very, very, I don't know if it's the shadow banning that people talk about or whatever, but I'm just looking to see how many people have been notified that there's a live stream that we are doing, because I've got Stephen Wicks on LinkedIn, which I've got almost 2,000 followers on that. And then there's not as many, of course, on the Facebook page, but there's hundreds. Then there's YouTube, but YouTube is one of the largest streaming platforms in the world. And it just seems like they would just show live streams, and especially related to business, networking. So it's interesting. This is, again, part of the testing to see what happens on these platforms when we go live. And, maybe before TikTok goes out of business, we don't know. Is TikTok, I don't know what the government is going to do with TikTok, right? It's a good question. But before they go out of business, maybe we do need to go live on TikTok and just see what happens. I don't know. But I feel like during the pandemic, it was better. I feel like during the pandemic, you could just browse and you could just see live streams and you could check people out a lot better. So maybe they're just serving up so much more content that's not live, the algorithms. I don't know. But this is very interesting as I'm trying to determine how many of you actually seen this live. And I'm staying live for an hour. So you would think that quite a few people would be able to see this live stream, especially on 3 different platforms. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But yeah, so there are many things going on in the world today. President Jimmy Carter, former President Jimmy Carter, is being, laid to rest here. And he's just left the Carter Center, I believe, in Atlanta, headed to Washington, D.C. So we've got that going on. We've got Elon Musk taking over the world. There's a lot going on. But tell me, if you're watching this on the replay, again, I want to know, what are your 2025 goals and objectives? How can we help you? Like, what is it that you want to focus on? Is it artificial intelligence? Is it automation? Is it, some of you might even be robotics. I think we need to look at robotics. Turn this music down. I think we need to look at robotics because, robotics can help people do things that they normally could not have done without it. And I think small business owners, we need to be looking at robotics, not just as something for large businesses, but something for us. So if you are for instance, if you're a lawn care provider, how can an automated mower or maybe how can you add automation to your business? That's the challenge. If you are in business, think about how automation or robotics or AI can help you in what it is that you do on a daily basis. That maybe is a good challenge for January of 2025. Take an assessment of your business, what you do, and imagine how some of these technologies can help you deliver better, faster. Think about that. You know, for example, we use HubSpot, which again, like I said, we're a solution provider for HubSpot. And it is amazing how you can take in someone's information on a contact form and automatically be added to a list and have a workflow where an automated email can go out. And then it can just different things can start to happen based off of people's actions and behaviors. Just behind the scenes is kind of automatically happening. And, that wasn't possible before. You had to do all that stuff manually. But now with all this technology that's out there with companies such as HubSpot integrating AI and all the automations, Zapier is even out there. There's a lot of companies that enable you to have automation built into your work processes. Google, everybody. And so you've got to learn about these things. And so how is it helping you? That's what I want to know. If you want to leave in the comments, how is AI or automation, how are you taking advantage of it? We know it's there, but are you investigating how it can help you do your job better? Guys, check this out. I even saw where there is an AI agent that can help you apply for jobs. It will automatically look for jobs that you're qualified for based off of your resume, and it will use your resume to fill out it's like an automated job seeking AI agent. So all you do is empower the agent to work on your behalf, and it will go out, find jobs that you qualify for, and do the application, just do all those steps for you. That's just nuts, right? So it's like, think about it. Even when you don't have a job, the AI, there are things that it can help you with. It's like having your own personal, Mr. Data from Star Trek or R2D2 from Star Wars, your C3PO, your own robot to help you get things done. Don't look at it as, this scary thing that we all have to be afraid of. Look at it as, how can I use this technology to help me do what I do? That's the challenge for 2025. Yep. Oh yeah. So we're here. We're live. BlackBusinessList.com. We're looking for. This is our first time. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited about the opportunities. I know that once this catches on, that people are going to be taking advantage of it, and I'm super excited about that. So I'm just biding my time. We got about 17 minutes left. So you still have opportunity to register and join us here on the live stream. And we can give you a shout out and learn about your business. Yeah. So anyway, going back to, let's see if I can do this again. Let's see. I don't know what happened the first time. That was bizarre. But I'm going to attempt to pull this up again. See, now it doesn't look weird. Yeah, it doesn't look weird now. It looked weird before. So, this is the list. This is BlackBusinessList.com. And as you can see, you can go here and you can find businesses anywhere. You can search by keyword. Yeah, pull that up here. See how you can search by a keyword. You can search by business category. For example, let's see. accountant advertising. We have all of these different businesses here. So let's say barbershop. Let's see what comes up. So barbershop, and then you can do address, contains. So you can say contains a state or something like that, or a keyword. But let's just do search. And so there are 5 that are here located in the directory. Let me make it small again so you can see. And we've got Atlanta, Georgia. We've got Columbia, South Carolina. We've got another Atlanta. I believe this is the one that Killer Mike owns. Let's see. Yeah, the swag shop. So you can click on that and see all the details. There we go. Right. So there's information for the swag shop. It's one of our businesses here that's in our directory. All right. And so you've got the business description, and then also you've got over here the address and the phone. That's Mike Render. That's Killer Mike. And then there's the phone number for the barbershop, and then the email address, and then you can click on the link here, which we'll do, and then it opens up the website, swag shop. So these are some of the businesses that are listed in the directory, and you can find these businesses very easily right there from the homepage. And again, here's the swag shop's website. But go to BlackBusinessList.com and join us and list your business, and then you'll have the opportunity to network with us. And here's all of our social media posts are populated here on the homepage. You can keep up with us. Follow us on social media. You can advertise with us. This place right here is an advertisement. Let me blow that up so you can see that. So your ad can go right here. Okay, if you want to advertise with us, you can do that. But let's click that and show you what it looks like if you want to become a member. So this is the page here where you would go, and it's only $15 a month to be a member, and you can join us and have your business listed in the directory, and you can network with like-minded business people across the country. All right, go back to the homepage. So we're going to be doing these live streams like twice a week, giving you an opportunity to network and showcase your business. Go live. That's where it's at. Gary Vee talks about this. This is an opportunity. When you go live and you have content up on social media, this is your opportunity. This is like commercials. This is free opportunity for you to showcase your talent, your products. This is it. This is your time to shine. And so we're going to have 2 hours every week where you have the opportunity to just come on as a member and showcase what it is that you do. But let me know if you found this, if LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, if you're so kind as to show this video to people, and if you catch it, leave a comment and let us know that you've seen it. Okay. And let's see something here. Oh, that's not working. My Stream Deck isn't working. Imagine that. Yeah, there are weird things going on here today. So again, thanks for watching, guys. We're heading into 11 minutes. 11 minutes left. There's still time. Still time. If you catch this live, you can come on and talk about your business. We'd love to have you. You can actually just do, if you want to just come on when we have these shows and you just want to talk, but you don't want to be seen, we have the capability of doing that too. You can just turn your camera off, and then we could just use your audio so that you can just talk about your business if you don't want to go live. But I think it's my recommendation that you really think about that, how to get comfortable being on camera. because it's the human element. It's what we want. If you think about it, I don't know if you're like me, you hate when you have a customer service issue and you call in and you get these automated, bots. And it's like, hey, I just want to speak to a human. you know, I appreciate it. Now, sometimes it helps if you have a very simple question, a very simple issue, then the bots, they're appropriate, right? They can help you. But when you have something very specific, very detailed, you want to speak to a human being, bottom line. So, the human element is your superpower. And so I would encourage you to learn how to lean into your so-called weaknesses and to push past it and to not care about, because what it is that you probably care about what people think. You don't want to appear this way or that way. Image is so much. But at the end of the day, it's like, who are you as a person? That's going to come out and that's going to be found out. Whether you have this super polished image, let's look at a lot of the celebrities. You can fool people for a very long time and make people think that you are, a certain way. But what happens is that real life catches up with you and your reputation then takes a hit because people start talking about the real you. One of the things I really liked about Bruce Lee is his daughter said that, one thing about him was that people would always say to her, wow, your dad is just like he is on TV. And she was like, yeah, who he was on TV is who he is in real life. And that is a testament to how you can be comfortable with who you are and operate in that space and not feel like you have to be on for the camera. Just be yourself and let your personality come out. That is what we all should be working towards, especially when we have this small window, this opportunity of having social media work on our behalf. Don't lean into the fake versions of you or the versions of you that can be supported by real life. Just work on becoming in real life the person that you desire to be. If you feel like you don't speak well, practice speaking. If you feel like you don't look good on camera, do like me and just have one camera angle that works. You might see me in real life and you're like, man, he looks so much better on camera. That's because I have one camera angle that I really love. And outside of that, I hate them all. So, anyway, you have that opportunity. You can craft whatever it is that, that shows you off in your best light, but just be real about it. Right. So these are the opportunities that we have for you people to find out who you are, what your personality is like, what it's like to work with you. These are the things that social media can help you do. So lean into it. I'm going to reserve my judgment of LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube based off of how many people they've showed this live stream to. Because I just don't feel like it's a lot. And I don't know why. We're live for an hour. I would think that, man, some people had just kind of would come by and just leave a message and say, hey, we see you, or a thumbs up or something. But wow, this is interesting, right? So, and then maybe they're just testing me out to see, how often you'll be going live and if it's worth showing to their, who knows what the algorithms are thinking, but just feed the algorithm. And what that means, like Doc Rock says from Ecamm, the algorithm is just people. Like the computer is just figuring out what people want to see. So if they're not showing your stuff, that might mean that people don't want to see what it is that you're putting out. But we're going to give this a shot. We're going to just keep doing this because it's important whether, the algorithms think so or not. We know that it's important for humans to connect. And we have this organization, these Black businesses that need to support one another. If we don't support ourselves, then how can we expect others to support us if we're not supporting ourselves, right? And that is one of the things that, we all need to agree upon, is that there are things that we can do to help ourselves that we don't do. And we need to get better at helping ourselves and helping each other. through all of the difficult times, as difficult as it is being an entrepreneur, it is super hard. It's the hardest, one of the hardest things you'll ever do outside of being a mother, right? Which is, hats off to all the women out there that literally put their lives on the line to deliver another human being into the earth, to the world. But being an entrepreneur, it's very unique set of challenges, and it's super hard. So when you know an entrepreneur, support them if you can. If you're an entrepreneur, find support groups, find people that want to help support you, because it's difficult and it's lonely, and we need to be here for each other. And so this is my attempt to have this space, to have this opportunity for us to get to know one another, to talk, to communicate, and to share each other's passions and desires and heartaches, and advise one another, all that in this one space. So hopefully you'll see this and you will share this. You will learn more about us and what we're about. And we're heading into the 4-minute mark where we're going to end this broadcast. But we want to thank Ram for being a part of the broadcast and for sharing with us about business insurance. Hopefully we'll have Ronell back on to talk more about some of that, and maybe speak to some entrepreneurs about their experiences with having or not having insurance, and myriad of other business topics that we'll be discussing. But this has been a great first attempt. Again, this was last minute. Sent out the emails to the group just this morning. So didn't have big expectations in terms of people showing up, but we did want to just kind of get the ball rolling to test some of the technology that we have, the eCam, the Zoom. That seems to be working just fine, and I'm super excited about that. And so, with that being said, man, we're heading into 3 minutes, and we're going to be ending the broadcast. But thank you guys for watching. If you're catching it on the replay, leave a comment, please. Again, to support. And I think we're going to be doing our next one maybe on Saturday. So if you're watching this one and you want to join us for the next one, please feel free to register. Once you see the link that comes out on social media, go ahead and register, and we'll get you on here so we can give you some exposure for your business. It's very, very important for us to support each other going into 2025 in the future. All right. So it's been hard being an entrepreneur. It's going to be even harder with all this increased competition that's coming up for small and medium-sized businesses. All right. So we've got to stick together, guys. We got to stick together, and we got to just really lift each other up. And so that's why I'm here. Hopefully we can be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. All right. So you've been watching. We're coming up here. Don't want to end it early. We've got 2 minutes left. In this 2 minutes, again, I want to encourage you to go to BlackBusinessList.com, learn more about us, to go to StephenWicks.com, learn more about me, and find out how you can be a part of this movement. And again, it is a movement. Don't let the low numbers fool you. We've got almost 600 businesses inside that directory, and we're building relationships with one another, and this is going to be a powerhouse. So you want to get on board, be a part of that train. I know there are other groups out there, but they ain't got what we got. I'm telling you. So we've been doing this for a very long time, and so now we're transitioning to becoming this full-fledged organization that's going to be here to support one another and help each other grow. So 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Again, leave a comment. Leave me a thumbs up, please. And I just love this. But join us. And we're counting down, and we're going to be over. And I've got this cool outro video that I'll show, and then it'll be over. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Put some music. All right. And that's it. So we've done an hour, guys. Thank you again. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Show our videos. Our people deserve to see these. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Probably look for the notification for the one coming up on this Saturday. All right. So until then, we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.